lights. Will you do me a favor and bring that lighter over here? The blue lighter. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the weekly readings for all signs. I do want to just say really quickly that I will not be here next Sunday. I'm going on a little retreat. So, there's that. I'm good. How are you guys? I know, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Hello. So, I won't be here next Sunday. I may still do the week. It just depends on how I feel. I'm not really sure how I'm going to feel when I get back. You know, I may want like a few days to kind of chill out. But, yeah, if I feel like I want to do the weekly readings maybe next Monday or Tuesday, then I might. But I know for sure that Sunday I will not be here. So, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. So, there's that. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your weekend. Does anyone else feel like Mercury retrograde is just now in effect? Even though Mercury is technically stationed to start going direct. Like the last few days have really felt like Mercury retrograde. More than this past Mercury retrograde felt like Mercury retrograde. I'm in the middle of doing the monthly love readings now for Patreon as well. So if anyone's interested in those, check out Patreon. Patreon is the bomb. Okay, so putting this down so you guys can see. We're gonna start with fire first. Don't forget to give this stream a thumbs up. I have my little microphone in, so hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better than you usually can. How about that ASMR reading, guys? That was like freaking hilarious. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Not like an ASMR reading, but just like a sarcastic reading to where I'm just like saying whatever comes to my mind, like not holding back, you know what I mean? And that's exactly what I did in those weekend readings. Oh, it was funny, and it felt good to like do it whispering. I feel like that added a whole new element to it. These glasses are not real. They are a fashion accessory. When I don't feel like doing my makeup or my hair, just put glasses on. I feel like I look more professional or put together or something. Okay, so Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We're using the new Osho Zen Tarot. For anybody that's interested, I unboxed it live Friday. Very interesting. So that is what we're doing. We'll see how it works out. And let's do this. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, bottom of the deck, we have turning in. I always think it says tuning in, but turning in. So this would be the traditional Four of Cups. Ooh, we have nothingness or nothingness. I forget what this is supposed to be, actually. I don't remember. Alone, I know it's major arcana. Aloneness. Ooh, okay, and then we have the rebel under that. So this would be the traditional emperor. Aloneness would be the traditional hermit. Hold on, let me see really quick what nothingness is supposed to represent here. It's one of the major arcana cards. I just forget. I know, I said that at first. Okay, so basically it's about no sense of direction. Basically, it's like being in a state of pure potential that existed before the universe was created. All you can do now is to relax into nothingness. Fall into the side. I don't know what card it's supposed to represent in the regular Rider-Waite deck though. So, oh well, we'll just go with it. Okay, so it looks like for fire signs, ooh. So someone was going with the flow, moment to moment, and laziness we have underneath here. Someone was completely just going with the flow. Maybe you were on vacation or something. I don't know. Or someone was trying to get you to do something and you were rebelling. You know what I mean? Because you were like, screw this, you know? Or this basically, this reading is for this week, but this is kind of the past. So this could be falling into, well, nothingness is like one of the major arcana cards. So it would be somewhere in that. So yeah, basically this is, you know, you were rebelling against something. It's almost like you didn't want to do something and then you were rebelling, and some of you could have like stood up to someone or said something to someone, and therefore now you're alone in some kind of way. You know what I mean? Like both of these two cards go together beautifully. Look at that. You know, you're alone going into nothingness, you know, and now it's time to turn inward. So all of this completely makes sense, but your guys' stories are going to be a little bit different depending on your cards and depending on your own life. So someone was really going with the flow to the point where they got lazy, right? And some kind of rebellion happened. You know, like someone got lazy, I think, in their journey, in their spiritual journey. So something had to kind of happen, some kind of control, or someone was trying to control you or something, and now it's like boom. You know, I feel like some kind of fight or challenge or change happened to where now you're kind of like trying to figure it out for yourself. But it could change a little bit depending on the sign. So, Aries. You have politics. Wow. Okay, so this is similar to the Seven of Swords in the regular Rider-Waite deck. So, so you're kind of like fooling someone, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm getting here with the snake, because normally it's the thief in the night, right? In the regular Rider-Waite deck. So it's almost like you're fooling someone, very, very much so a Gemini card. So it's almost like you're fooling someone. It's like someone that, okay, so you know what this reminds me of actually, and I'm just going to say this because I'm actually watching it right now. So I'm watching the new season of Wentworth, right? So this reminds me exactly, you know, like when B in like the first few seasons, if any of you guys have seen Wentworth, if not, you should. It's a badass show. But in the first few seasons with B, when she loses her daughter and all of that, and literally like just loses her shit and has like this crazy breakdown, and then to start working her way back up to find her power, she starts like meditating, you know what I mean? And she's playing the game with like all these people in prison. She's still playing the game, but she's also like connecting to herself, like meditating, like she's got, like draws out this brilliant fucking plan on how she's gonna get her payback, and it's like insane. But anyway, so she's like able to exist in multiple realities, basically on multiple different levels, basically. And that's kind of what I'm getting here with Aries, and we're gonna clarify, but it's almost like you are you're how do I want to put this? You're doing what you need to, right? But at the same time, you're still connected. You know what I mean? Like you're still turning in by the end of the week. You're still, you know, going off into, you know, into aloneness, into nothingness. You know what I mean? You're still connected. But, or some of you are trying to balance this out, one of the two, trying to balance out your own, you know, alignment with yourself, your own conscious and subconscious alignment, but you're also still playing the game, wearing many different masks per se. Some of you could have got screwed over by somebody that was not who you thought they were, or this could happen this week, and now you are alone. You know what I mean? Now you feel alone, or now you're having to reflect and turn within, etc., etc. Let's see. I really feel like some of you guys are dealing with some fake people, or people that you feel are fake, or people that you feel are, because like the common denominator here is these two cards, and they both have these faces in them, right? These weird faces, right? So it's almost like you're surrounded by clowns, basically, or like people that are not who they say they are. And it's very, very important to keep connecting to yourself. You know what I mean? To keep that connection to yourself, keep turning within, and not let the dickery, basically, of, you know, of the world and of the game of life and shit get to you. You know what I mean? Some of you are kind of learning how to play the game on a detached level, and to kind of deal with people on a detached level. Others of you are having trouble balancing it out, being in this, you know, 3D world, but then also connecting to yourself. Yeah, that is basically what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and clarify. What do I want to clarify with? That is the question. I feel like I should just clarify with these for now. All right, Aries, for this coming week. Aries. Ooh, the dice. Wow. Some of you guys are taking a chance. There's definitely a huge polarity to your guys' reading. Some of you guys are taking a chance on something. It's almost like you're doing something kind of behind the scenes that no one can see, right? Like only you know. Some of you guys might have like a secret where you're doing something, working on something behind the scenes. Some of you are going to be faced with some kind of adversary, is that the word? This week. And you're not sure if you should roll the dice or not, because it seems like a risky deal. You know what I mean? And you're gonna find your answers by turning inward, basically. Go with your intuition, trust your gut. Definitely trust your gut. Now, also, some of you guys need to watch it, because some of you guys are trying to spice things up in a situation that you're bored in as well. And basically doing shit just to annoy people or get on people's nerves or something along those lines. Also, some of you guys are going to have a choice this week to do something that you're advising yourself against, basically, that you know you shouldn't do. And it's going to be up to you whether you roll those dice or not. So that is what I am getting for Aries. Moving on to Leo. Leo, look at you. You got courage. Pretty sure this would be the strength card. So some of you guys are dealing with a situation this week in which either you're going to be put in a situation where you feel like you're alone, or you feel afraid, or you feel like there's some fears or some insecurities, or you feel like you have no one, or you feel like you are nothing, you know. Maybe someone leaves you, or someone turns on you. Which could also be the case for Aries too. Someone may turn on you. That's a good way to put that. But anyways, some of you are going off alone. Now, whether you're doing this on purpose or something happens that causes you to kind of reflect and go off alone, you definitely need to have courage in this challenge, whatever it is. It's going to help you grow, because you see how this is growing, you know what I mean? And the white is for basically purity, innocence. So it's almost like past lives. I don't know why that just came to me. Something to do with past lives, or the past, or childhood is coming up for Leos right now. Some of you are finding the light in a very dark place. Some of you are exploring very dark places this week. And you will need courage to get through this. Now, courage is not... Basically, courage is not having fear. Courage is having fear and facing the fear. basically. That is courage. So if you find yourselves scared this week, it is important that you realize these answers are coming up for a reason. They're coming up to transform you. They're coming up. Someone's trying to tell you something, Leo. Something's being channeled. Something is being channeled. Someone is trying to tell you something about your childhood, maybe your children, the past. There's reflection needed. There's reflection needed. You are protected as well, whatever you're doing. There's a journey in which you are finding more out about yourself that may be scary at first, but you are protected. And you will grow so much from this. All the green in this card, you will grow so much from this. I don't know, you guys, I don't know. There's something, there's something like really here with Leo right now. I can feel it. It's very, very intense. You're possibly looking for something. Some of you are looking for this something, this answer outside of you, but it's important to know it's inside of you. You just need to face the fear to get to it, okay? It's a lot of emotion, a lot of suppression of emotion. Guilt, grief, sadness, your heart. You're gonna grow, like, so fucking much. Holy shit. Okay, I think that's all. Woo, okay. That was really weird. Leo. Ooh, the doves. Or the swans, I'm sorry. And see that heart right there in the middle? This is all about your heart, guys. This is all about, and like, yeah, it would look like it's about love, but I don't think it's like, love, like, oh my God, you're a twin flame, bitch, holy shit. Like, no, this is like, love on a grander scale. Equal love, harmony, more white, okay, so harmony, love, innocence, looking at yourself in the mirror. There's more water as well. Wow. This is harmony, peace, forgiveness of self and others. This is a lot. This is like a lot. Okay, moving on to Sagittarius. Oh, you guys have sorrow. Okay. So, I was getting a lot in Sagittarius's love reading on Patreon too. This kind of reflects some of it. So the aloneness, the nothingness. Some of you are dealing with this. Some of you are very scared about a relationship, I feel, or about a situation in your life where either you've had to kind of separate or distance yourself, or they have had to, and you feel like maybe you're nothing without them. And your mind is playing tricks on you. Your mind is playing tricks on you. You're very, very scared to be alone, some of you. Very scared to be alone. Very scared to do this on your own. Very scared that basically you can't do it, but you can. It's really, 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 really time to... I feel for some of you to look at things in a new light, because what's interesting with this card is there's these two walls, right? And there's this gap in between of like the night sky. And it's like, you know, I don't know, there's like space here. It's like that space in between your fears, you know what I mean? And then like right here, there's like this space up here, right? So it's like you have, it's like you have a choice. Like you have a choice to get out of this. You have space to get out of this. You're not 100% trapped like you may feel like you are. And the sorrow and the fears and the insecurities and stuff will pass if you can face yourself. You know what I mean? Some of you are finally recognizing something this week, or realizing something this week that you're finally going to move away from. Some of you or maybe having nightmares or something as well, because this is traditional, or this is the same as the Nine of Swords. Ooh. Okay. So you guys may be like cutting something off, maybe an old habit, a person, something's getting like whacked off. You know what I mean, for you, or recently did, for you to kind of grow, to move on to the next level, because you were stuck before. And it's helping you find yourself, you know what I mean? So something's kind of getting cut and pushed to the side here in order for you to kind of grow and really, really find yourself. Some of you guys could be grieving over someone or something as well, Sagittarius. But you are going to get through it, and you can get through it. You need to get out of your head. Some of you guys are way too far in your head, and some of you may be starting to believe some of the shit that you're telling yourselves. Yeah, I think that's all. All right, moving on to air signs. So, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Are you guys liking these cards so far? I think they're pretty cool. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You're welcome. I hope you guys are resonating. Well, some of you guys might not be yet, since it's still Sunday. Thank you, Joni. letting people know. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. All right. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Bottom of the deck. Ooh, we have adventure. Then we have the Fool, which goes perfect with adventure. And then we have the Outsider. Interesting. Okay. So, well, hold on. Okay, so some of you guys have possibly in the past or recently or now been, because this is equivalent to the Five of Pentacles, so some of you guys have been kind of feeling like you are actually maybe in your childhood, because there's two children right here. The Fool is very childlike. Some of you guys maybe in your childhood felt like you were different, or you didn't have the life that all your friends had, or you know, were just different. Maybe you stood out of the crowd or whatever. And you always kind of maybe felt like you were outside looking in, you know what I mean? Like in your life or something along those lines. Anyway, so this is the Fool. So basically, this is like a new beginning. This is adventure, risk, etc. So that's why it's interesting we have adventure here, and this is like basically starting a new journey. What is going on here? Yeah, people are stupid. No, someone just a troll.
I bequeathed him.
So, anyways, some of you have really felt like you are, I don't know, like just different, like I was saying before. And so now you have this chance, and like with all this, there's a lot of colorful energy here. Some of you guys are going on a new adventure. Some of you guys are moving or traveling, going somewhere, moving. Like even if you're not like actually packing your shit and moving, some of you guys are just like really about to move forward in a really big way. Like a whole new journey, a whole new adventure is about to happen. Some of you guys already had a big change happen, and you've been kind of looking at it, checking it out, because it's maybe such a shock, or it's maybe so different that you were maybe like afraid to enjoy it, or you didn't know how it was going to go, or it was just kind of shocking at first, or whatever. So anyways, moving on. Libra, we have participation. Okay, so this is the Four of Wands normally. In the regular Rider-Waite deck. So this is really cool. Some of you guys, Libra, have really kind of felt, you know, maybe a little bit outcasted in your social life in some way, or like you didn't really have a social life, or some of you have been a little bit antisocial maybe lately. But now you're going on this brand new adventure, right? This just brand new adventure, this brand new journey, where you are going to get to participate in something, or you are going to meet new people and socialize more. There's like, it's so crazy, like in all of these cards, there's like these rainbow colorings right now. So this is like really good. Some of you could be having like a huge awakening to something this week. Some of you are really, really like gonna be asked to trust something that you wouldn't normally trust, as well. Some of you are getting access or getting like some kind of new understanding or some kind of new like clarity on something that's gonna like literally blow your mind, and you're gonna be like, holy shit, I can't believe. Some of you have been like stuck, and now you're like really moving forward, and you're gonna like really be able to see things from a very high perspective, that you wouldn't have normally been able to see from before. And you know, you're literally like just going on some kind of journey this week. This is really cool. And like I said, some of you guys could be traveling. Some of you guys could get invited to something, an event or whatever, in order to participate in something or some kind of social activity. So that's like really cool as well. So let's go ahead and clarify for Libra. Ooh, the book turned over. This is all about knowledge. This is all about learning new things. And it's like something that you may learn this week, or something that you may see or find this week, is that you already knew about something. Like the answers you're going to find, like you've already known. You've just had to search for them, or you've just had to go internal a little bit deeper. So that's like really amazing. Some of you may learn something from other people or from some group, or something along those lines. Some of you could be participating in some kind of group or some kind of event or whatever, and you're gonna learn like a shit ton. And that is really, really cool. This is like a whole new fresh start for Libra, and it looks really good. It feels really good. So go, my fellow Librans. All right, moving on to Aquarius. You guys have maturity. Interesting. This is also rainbow. So this is equivalent to the Ace of Pentacles. And with all this childish energy up here, and then you guys have maturity and the Ace of Pentacles, some of you guys are really like taking big steps forward, like growing up in a big way. Some of you guys are making like a fresh start this week, or a new start to something this week. Some of you guys could also be getting some kind of like payment. Now this could be money, this could be spiritual, this could be emotional, physical, whatever, but there's some kind of like payment that you're getting for your hard work, and for possibly taking some kind of risk and going on some kind of adventure, going on some kind of doing some kind of thing that you wouldn't normally do because you felt like an outsider. You know what I mean? So that is like really, really cool. Let's see what else. Some of you this week could even just like, maybe you run into someone from your past, or maybe something comes up from your past for some reason, and you're like, holy shit, like I've changed so much, I've grown so much, you know what I mean? And it's almost like you can look back at your life and you're like, holy shit, like look how much I've changed. So that definitely could be the case as well. It could be something just like as small as that. Santa, what do you mean, can they be banned? Can who be banned?
The person who put the comment out there.
No, she was talking about the reading. I think she was, at least. Oh. So, anyways, so yeah, this is a fresh start. This is a new journey. This is literally, I believe this could be the Page of Pentacles adventure. Aquarius, some of you guys are possibly getting a new job. Same for Libra. That could definitely be the case for Libra too. Some of you guys, but definitely for Aquarius, some of you guys are possibly getting a new job, or a new position, or something along those lines. Maybe you're getting a raise, something like that. But I really feel like it's something new with the Fool here, because it's 0. So let's see, let's clarify for Aquarius. Ooh. Too many cards. Aquarius. Oh. Number 11. Okay, so something's happening that's gonna whip your ass into shape in some way, somehow. It may be kind of shocking. So yeah, some of you guys might get a job, you might get a raise, something along those lines. Some of you guys, are doing something that, or something's gonna happen that's literally gonna force you to be responsible, or force you to mature a little bit in some way. Something could happen as well, Aquarius, where you feel like you're kind of like an outsider, like the card says, or like you're not a part of something, and so maybe you act out, and there could be consequences for that with this here, okay? So be careful of that as well. All right, so Gemini. Oh, you guys got past lives. Interesting. So this is definitely interesting. So, Gemini, some of you guys could be in a situation where you are being affected by maybe some kind of karma or something along those lines, from past lives. I wish I knew which major arcana card this was representing, because that would tell me a little bit more. Where is that freaking... I thought I had one of the books over here somewhere. Hold on. Okay, never mind. All right, we're gonna do this more intuitively then. So what I feel is some of you guys have possibly been having dreams, okay? And in those dreams, you may have been seeing some things that don't make sense. And I think it's a really good idea to possibly write those down. There also could be someone some kind of like situation to where you feel like you're not fitting in somewhere, or you feel like something is just not right, and you may not be sure why. If you're getting any kind of feelings and you're not really sure why you feel like that, it could be as a result to past karma and past lives, so to say. Also, there could be people in your life right now that are helping you to see a bigger picture. So some of you may want to do some kind of like meditation or past life regression or something along those lines. I really feel like with the Fool here though, because this is like a fresh start, that some of you are maybe breaking out of like old karmic debt or old like past lives cycles or something along those lines as well. That could definitely be the case. Yeah, I really feel like that actually. Some of you guys are maybe even learning more about enlightenment or about things that are hidden, things that we can't see, mysteries, things like that. Some of you, if you've been in situations that were like really, really hard for you to deal with, and they were really intense and they were really hard for you to get away from, some of you could finally be like, I'm done. Like, I'm done with this karma and shit. Like, I'm fucking out of here. You know what I mean? Others of you could be dealing with just situations from your past. You could be seeing a lot of like weird synchronistic stuff or similarities or people from your past, whatever. And be deciding to kind of move on from that as well. So let's go ahead and clarify. All right, Gemini. If my cup has anything in it over there, will you bring it to me, please? Okay, the ship. Okay, so some of you could definitely be traveling, Gemini, or like about to travel or thinking about traveling. Some of you guys may feel trapped in like in the area you're in, or like just in the environment you're in. Thank you. And maybe you are gonna travel somewhere, or travel to like maybe somewhere that you lived in the past, like in your childhood. Some of you are being called to do something that is your purpose. So this could either be like, I don't know, maybe going somewhere, maybe going like on some kind of like trip or journey. Some of you guys are definitely traveling or going on some kind of new adventure, maybe to like another culture, or maybe you guys are like learning something new about other cultures or something along those lines. This is really interesting. Definitely let me know if any of that resonates. All right, moving on to earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Alright, Capricorn, you got schizophrenia, which is the same as the Two of Swords. Taurus, you have projections. Virgo, you have exhaustion. Alright, bottom of the deck, we have intensity, harmony, new vision. We have healing underneath that. Okay. This is interesting. All right, so let me take a drink here. Okay, so we have new vision here, which is in the past or right now in the present. So this is definitely making things come alive, inspiration to me. That's what I'm kind of getting from it. Inspiration, creativity, imagination, all of that. Really creating things, really building things. Then we have harmony, which is kind of what it says, peace, getting along, etc. And then we have intensity. So I feel like some of you have this vision that you want harmony, that you want peace, very intensely in a situation, or there is a situation in which is not very harmonic, that is getting intense. Some of you are trying to do something or passionate about something, about keeping the peace in a situation. I would say especially Capricorn here, Capricorn. So you have schizophrenia. So this is, I don't really think it's like actual schizophrenia. I think it's more of two polarities, two sides, balance, trying everything in your power to keep the peace with a situation. You know what I mean? That it's making you trapped. It's trapping you. With these birds flying overhead that are free, and this guy is like literally making a bridge here with his body. And with intensity here, it's like there's this intense pressure on you to keep things together right now, you know? There's this intense pressure on you to try to keep the harmony in this situation. But you're failing to realize that, you know, you're only one person. And that you, Capricorn, can't, you're not responsible for all of this. You know what I mean? You're only responsible for you and your actions and what you can do. And you're kind of leaving yourself out of this equation here, because he's like sacrificing himself to basically bridge the gap. And yeah, you know, that's not really good, in my opinion. So I think the harmony is going to come from within first, because you see this happening within him, and then it's coming without. I think that's your key here. So I think you need to go back onto the drawing board for your new vision here, because this isn't working. Doesn't look like it, at least. So this could be in your relationships, this could be in your family, at work, whatever. You're just trying really hard and you're sacrificing yourself and your own time basically to bridge this gap. And, you know, doesn't look very fun, Capricorn. Just saying. Some of you, maybe have a decision or something to make, and it's intense. But the harmony, once again, is going to come from within, not without. So just remember that. All right, Capricorn. Okay, we got number 7, the owls. So, it's better to be a little bit more wise in this situation. It's better to look at the situation from a higher perspective as well, because this doesn't look like it's working out very well. We have 2 birds in this card, 2 birds, well, 2 owls in this card. So you definitely could have a choice here. And I think you really need to look at things from a higher perspective here. Some of you may realize that this week, you know, this may be the new vision here. And you may realize that the harmony has to come from within yourself first. And then it could get a little bit intense because you're like, shit, like, I have to kind of let go of all this shit I've been trying to hold together for so long. So yeah, Capricorn, this is Libra's card. Libra keeps the peace. Don't worry. You shouldn't be worrying yourself with those matters as a Capricorn. So do your Capricorn thing. Don't worry about the harmony. Let Libras worry about that. And, you know, some of you may need to talk to someone that can give you advice or maybe is wise on whatever topic that you're struggling with here. All right, moving on to Taurus. So you guys have number 7. Projections. So some of you guys are really, really like want something really, really bad. Like you're really trying to manifest it. There's just this creative or passionate want for something. This could be for another person. But at the same time, because this is the normal 7 of Cups, hold on a minute, let me think about this. I feel like there's something you guys want really, really bad. I know I feel that. And some of you guys could feel really intense about it. Some of you guys have like been putting your intentions out there. Some of you guys could be projecting what you want onto other people, basically, or projecting basically how you feel onto other people. So kind of watch out for that. Some of you guys could be dealing with a family situation. Some of you guys have possibly been in a situation where you've kind of maybe lost hope in the recent past, and now you are regaining it, basically. You have this new vision. You know what you want. You know you have this dream. And some of you just really need to go out and get it. Just really let that passion manifest. You know what I mean? Some of you guys are going to have some kind of inspiration or something during a dream, or like a meditation, like a dream-like state. Taurus. Ooh, okay, you got the compass. So yeah, some of you guys are, it's weird because like I'm kind of getting both sides. Some of you guys are lost on which direction you want to take, and I feel like you're going to know by this week. Some of you guys know what direction you want to take, and you are like dead set on going in that direction. And you just need to basically set your mind to it, to really pick like one thing that you want, and know what you want, and basically project it out into the universe, you know, and really manifest it, put your intentions out there, etc. I think Leo season is like really helping to bring this passion out to you as well. Some of you guys are facing the truth about a situation that maybe you were wrong about in the past, or that maybe you kind of missed in the past somehow. So yeah, that is what I'm getting for Taurus. All right, Virgo, you guys have exhaustion. That's not fun. This is similar to the 9 of Wands and the regular Rider-Waite. So some of you guys are exhausted trying to keep the peace with everybody else. Like, it's been intense. And kind of like what I was saying in your guys' monthly reading, Virgo, is like, it's Leo season. Worry about your damn self for once. Like, quit being at service to other people. And, you know, because it's Leo season, people can kind of be a little more intense than normal, you know, a little more wild than normal. So people could be kind of expecting you to kind of like serve them hand and foot. And you're just kind of like, I can't, you know, like I can't help ya, you know. And I really think this is really about changing your perspective this month and worrying about yourself and not exhausting yourself with other people and always doing things for other people to try to keep them happy. Like, worry about, once again, you know, harmony comes from within, not without. Some of you could finally realize this week, but you're so exhausted that you're like, well, shit, I've been taking care of everyone else. I don't have time for myself now. So really pay attention to that this month, Virgo, because you really need to kind of go in your shell and reflect this month and take care of yourself. And like at the bottom of the deck, we had healing, you know, so when you start healing and taking care of yourself, then you can feel all this passion and all this clarity, but for you, and you won't feel so damn exhausted. All right, Virgo. Ooh, the gift. Okay. So yeah, some of you guys are exhausted from constantly giving to others, from constantly being at service to others, constantly giving away your energy, giving away, you know, yourself. It's time to get yourself a gift. It's time to worry about yourself. And the best gift you can get yourself is by taking time to yourself, by getting to know yourself, by becoming your own best friend, and by not just constantly giving and giving and giving to others this month. You can go back to that in Virgo season, because then you're going to be feeling more like yourself because you've worked on you, you know, and then you get all in your season and it's all perfect. Everything lines up. A bunch of the planets will be in there. We're going to have the Virgo new moon, which is going to like start you off with a bang. But right now, it's time to give to yourself. This exhaustion that you feel, this like, you know, tiredness and stuckness and exhaustion that you feel possibly is a gift to kind of help you to turn inwards, to worry about yourself. You know? I'm just saying. Alright, earth signs are done. Moving on to water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Alright. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Bottom of the deck, we have laziness. Hi. Traveling. Existence. Wow. Then we have transformation at the bottom of the deck. Letting go and transformation. Woo! Look at that, water signs. Before that, fighting. That's perfect. Okay, so yeah. In the recent past, you guys were fighting to hang on to something, and you were forced to let go, and you finally made the change and transformed. And we started right back at one, which is existence. So you're kind of like, you know, existing, you know. Really just keeping to yourself, whatever, learning kind of how to trust yourself, learning how to kind of be there for yourself, etc. And then we have traveling, which is similar to the Eight of Wands, and laziness. So some of you guys could be taking a vacation. That's what this looks like. Taking a vacation or going out of town or planning a trip or something along those lines. Now, others of you, I mean, I really don't know. Like, that's really just exactly what it looks like. Others of you could have gotten lazy from all of the work that you did, you know, like it was a lot. May have feel like you've been traveling. So let's go ahead and flip this over. Okay, so Cancer, you have nothingness. So some of you guys are like, damn, I've let go of so much. Like, I'm just at a point where I'm kind of just in my own blank space this week, you know? Like, I'm just kind of off nowhere in my head. Like, some of you... So this is like the Nine of Cups, basically. Some of you could have gotten just to a point where, what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck. What is that word I'm looking for? Not content, but complacent. There you go. Some of you guys could have gotten to a point where you're just complacent, you're bored. Some of you are traveling to clear your head, you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, I just want to not have to worry about anything. I don't want to have to do anything. I don't want to have to see anyone. Like, some of you are just kind of in your own little bubble this week, you know what I mean? I really feel like some of you are really like going on vacation or something, or just getting away somehow. Some of you guys experienced an inner peace, you know, or will, or are right now, or will at the beginning of this week, and you're trying to kind of get back to that. Okay, so you have the storks. So the storks bring news. So, some of you guys could be getting news that you have to travel for work or something along those lines. And we have nothingness as 5, so that's like basically change. So something's coming in that's kind of forcing you to get out of this state, basically, Cancer. Something's coming in, some kind of news, or something's coming in that's forcing you to kind of get out of the state. Or some news came in that's kind of forcing you into this state. One of the two, basically, right? So moving on, Scorpio, we have sharing. Interesting. Okay, Scorpio, so listen up. Some of you went through some major changes, like we talked about in the beginning, for all water signs. You were forced to let go of a lot. You were forced to change your life in the past. And now you've came a long way. You came a long way, and I don't really see this as laziness necessarily for Scorpio. Like, I see this more as like the Nine of Cups. You have some kind of like luxury or some kind of lifestyle now that you've worked really, really hard for, and now you want to share it with people. Now you want to show it to the world and let other people see what you've done with yourself. And I don't feel like that's a bad thing at all. You've created your own little getaway or your own thing, you know, like your own lifestyle, your own bubble, basically. And now you're wanting to kind of share that with people and show people what you've created, and that, you know, some of you could be really proud of yourselves, and if not, you should be. Like, you've came a long way. I'm getting that. Some of you could be necessarily going on vacation as well, because you want to, maybe you're going to learn something, or you're going to share something with someone else, or you're going to learn about other cultures or different, I don't know, different ideas or something somewhere else. That could definitely be a possibility too as well. We're on water signs. I'm on Scorpio. So yeah, like, you guys are just kind of living your life. You know what I mean? You've been through so much. You're taking a break. And you're enjoying what you've built, basically. That's what I'm getting for Scorpio. Let's go ahead and clarify. Scorpio. Ooh, look at that. Your home. Home and family. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So yeah, some of you guys have created a nice home for yourself, or nice things for yourself, nice possessions, and now you want to share it with people. Some of you guys could be having guests over as well, where you could be maybe going to someone else's home, or like I said, traveling somewhere else. But this looks really good. Like I said, you've came a long way. The journey has been tough. It's been hard, but you're really proud of what you have now, and you're wanting to kind of share that with others, okay? Some of you guys could work from home, or be doing something where you work from home, and you're maybe sharing your services or products or whatever you do with others. You're sharing information with others somehow, working from home. So yeah, it looks really good. Some of you are having family over, or maybe you're going to see family and kind of sharing with them. All right, moving on to Pisces. Ooh, playfulness. That's what we like to see in Leo season. Okay. I believe this is either the Page or the Knight of Wands. So, some of you guys could definitely be going on vacation or going somewhere. Some of you guys are also kind of how do I, like, I'm trying to think of how to say this. Some of you guys could be in a position where you're being more, you're more open to things, or you're more open to socializing, or more open to doing things. And, you know, maybe you've been procrastinating on things that you've been really wanting to do this month, but now is like the time to do them. You're like getting a creative spark. Some of you guys could be going to like a party or an event or something like that. I feel like some of you guys might be blowing money this week as well, so be careful with that. Some of you guys may be taking a break from work or a break sometime this week just so you can go and do things, you know what I mean? And some of you are maybe feel stuck in a situation like at home or at work, and you know, you're trying to kind of spice things up this week by being playful. Let's go ahead and clarify for Pisces. Uh-oh. So, some of you guys could be in a position where, like, you've kind of gotten lazy, or you've kind of been procrastinating on something, but at the same time, like, you've been wanting to do things, or you've gotten maybe a little bit too irresponsible in a situation, possibly, and it's like you've traveled so far to get here, and now you're kind of complacent, or you're getting a little bit irresponsible or something along those lines, and there's something that you need to cut off, whether it's a bad habit or something from your life right now, Pisces, that has been possibly distracting you or whatever from your path or where you've been trying to go. All this clarity that you had and all these tools that you've manifested, and that in this path you've been traveling, it's like you've gotten a little bit off track. When it's good to be playful, it is Leo season. I almost said lazy season because I was looking at the lazy card. Anyways, it is Leo season, but make sure that you're not being a little bit too irresponsible, and that you don't kind of do something this week that's going to end up backfiring or hurting other people because of your own irresponsibility. You know what I mean? Just because you want to have fun and you don't want to do the work or whatever. Now, some of you guys, it could be the opposite. Some of you guys could really need a break and need to kind of drop the responsibilities and need to kind of cut some things out of your life that are stressing you out, or that are, you know, holding you back. So it's definitely going to be different for certain ones of you out there. So let me know. But yeah, that is what I am getting for water signs. And that is all. I believe we are done with all the signs. So, hope that was helpful to you guys. I don't know why I just sung that. I'm going to get off of here, and thank you, Charlotte. I'm going to get off of here and go do the 1 question readings for Patreon. For my Patreon people. Patreon fam. I hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see you next week sometime. Can't wait for this weekend. It's gonna be awesome. But I love you guys. Have a good week, and I will see all my patrons over on the Patreon only Facebook page for the 1 question readings. Bye. Also, $10 off Leo, Sun, Moon, and Risings. I still have some spots open the next few weeks. I think it's about 2.5 weeks left for the Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sale for $10 off. You can book on my website. Should be in the description down below. And Soulology started August 1st. You can still sign up and still get the first course, not the first course, the first session, and the session discussion that we did. You still have access to all of that. So if you guys want to sign up for that, go visit Patreon as well. You want to sign up for the Soul Tribe membership or the Wonderland membership. One of those two. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys sometime next week. Bye.